name is Alex. I'm from around the intersection of Berkshire and Surrey. Just liked religion a lot. It was always kind of the thing that I found interesting when I was studying. So I figured if I was going to do it, I should probably go and do it at Cambridge. So I I did English, history, philosophy and ethics at A level, and then an extended project to do with religion. And yeah, then I did an interview at Cambridge, got in, got 3 A stars, and yeah, went to Selwyn College. They actually weren't. I had to argue for them to let me do it because I went to a different school and then a new sixth form, and they kind of had a program of only selecting students that they'd picked to go. So I argued with them to let me do it, and they kind of let me do it, and I kind of just did it on my own. But yeah, so that's how that one went. I've been working for a UK magazine. Well, it's an American magazine company, but the UK arm of an American magazine company and media corporation. So I review and write things for various magazines in the UK. Of quite high circulation. That people were weird and annoying, and some of them are, but most people are just very normal. They just kind of happen to be clever. It is very easy to get on with most people. They're not. You kind of, I think the classic kind of stereotype is kind of eccentric old Etonian, doing various pranks and being irritating, but it's just not like that. Just kind of, you get people from everywhere, and if they're clever, they're there, and they're normally nice. That's kind of it. Memorable thing. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Ooh, I don't know. I mean, the classic answer would be any of the Mayballs. Those were always amazing. Kind of no matter where you did them, those were always a lot of fun. Yeah, meeting people, you get to meet interesting people, MPs and media people, and yeah, just the whole experience really. It's not really a big thing. It was kind of every day. It was quite interesting. So the good thing about theology is you have to do lots of different disciplines in order to do it. It kind of requires, you have to be able to do literature, you have to be able to do history, sociology, geography sometimes, demography, if you're working in, like, if you're doing something on, say, Hindus in Varanasi or whatever, it helps to know who's where, who's doing what. So that requires like statistical stuff, which you develop doing the degree. And I use all of that when I'm writing. So if my editors give me a piece on vacuum cleaners to write about, it's very helpful to have had 3 years of reading a lot and then condensing it into an essay, twice a week. So now that's just what I do for work. It's just that the subject has changed. So yeah. The big one is to visit the city and see if you like it, if it suits you, because that really helped me kind of seeing Cambridge and seeing what it was like. And it's such a nice, I miss it a lot. It's a very nice city. And so doing that helps. And then, yeah, just read as much as you can, but don't believe all of what you read is the advice I would give. So, it helps to know what the different colleges are like, but don't put any stock in it because it ultimately doesn't matter at all. But, if you prefer to be to the city centre, it helps to know which colleges are there. And then just the big one is obvious, just reading and working all the time. It pays to have a very intense, hardworking year at A level, because I'm of the generation I sound so old. I did AS and A levels, and I did not do great in my AS levels. So I just had a very intense year doing A2, and it paid off. So yeah, just have 6 months of working very, very hard, I guess. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I can't think of another one that I would have enjoyed more. You have way more, you have both way more breadth and more specificity than other subjects. In other subjects, you kind of keep narrowing down. But with theology, it's just you kind of just what do I fancy doing this year, and then you just do it. It's great. It's really good. I did New Testament Greek, and at the time, I will be honest, I hated it. And then after I did a year of it, it made the rest of my degree incredibly easy, because if there is ever anything that is written in Greek, even if you're like me and you were very bad at it, you can at least sight read it. So it just makes, if you're given a bit of Plato to read, you can just read it. It just makes life a lot easier. If you're ever in Greece on holiday, it's quite helpful. Not that it lets you speak Greek, but you can know that Exodus means exit and all that stuff. So yeah, it's very useful. But advice would be, don't listen to other people about which language to do, because my specialism when I was doing undergrad was Buddhism, and I wanted to do Sanskrit, and everyone said, no, do New Testament Greek. So I did New Testament Greek, and it was useful for other stuff, but for my dissertation, it was like, yeah, trying to read like Sanskrit stuff, and I only know Greek, so not entirely helpful, but yeah.